Hi Aquarius, welcome to your extended reading for the month of September 2023. As you may have noticed, Mercury retrograde is in full effect as I attempt to shuffle. So I just wanted to let you know that astrologically speaking, I did take a look at some of the astrology overview for the month of September. And this summer, and the tarot has shown too, that you've really been working on your perception of your place in relationships, how you show up in relationships, how other people perceive you in relationships. So during this retrograde time, you're going to notice that theme pick up a little bit, all right? Now remember, we're all on our journey right now to cleanse things that no longer serve us in our life. So take a look at the astrology if you can. I really highly suggest Pam Gregory and Stillwater Alchemy. They have wonderful transit updates where you can look at how specific transits affect particular houses in your chart. But I'm really feeling like this is emotionally exhausting for you. So definitely pay attention to the astrology, because like I said, there's I think 6 or 7 planets in retrograde. So we're being asked to slow down for the month of September. And then mid-month, things are going to start picking up again. And if we can utilize that slowdown time to really work through whatever residual themes there are connected to that Capricorn full moon, that Capricorn paradigm that is currently disintegrating is really how I guess I would word it, we're going to benefit greatly. So we really want to let go of old beliefs, especially for you specifically, old beliefs related to ourselves and how we navigate through relationships. That horn is saying to really pay attention to that. I feel like the universe is like, really driving that home. So, but mid-month, like I said, you're going to probably start feeling a lot lighter. So keep that in mind, Aquarius, okay? But you are forward thinking, and you just got to remember that everybody has their place, right? And everybody can benefit each other when we look at our strengths versus our weaknesses. And I know I've said this before too. I know it's frustrating when you have a vision of how you want a relationship or how you want your career to go or a project, and somebody else doesn't see it the way you do, and that can be frustrating. But we need to look and see the benefits, and that's why astrology is so great, because everybody has strengths, right? Everybody has challenges, and the more we can work with each other and embrace the contrast, the more harmony there'll be in our relationships and in our lives. So, all right, so Aquarius. Yeah, I really feel also pay attention especially because Mercury's in retrograde. Be careful with your words, all right? We don't want to bring in a tower moment because we say something when we are feeling emotionally triggered, okay? So definitely focus on that energy more if you can. But yeah, I'm really just getting a lot of messages related to how we communicate, how we show up in our relationships, how we show up at our job, and how that affects other people and in turn affects us, okay? But the more emotional maturity we can have, the more we can rise above, the better off we'll all be. And you're going to see too how it increases your manifestation of abundance once you release certain things. Like it's what Abraham Hicks says, follow the path of least resistance, okay? And so if you're feeling resistance, follow the path of least resistance. All right, so let us take a look at what energy we got for Aquarius, September 2023. Yeah, when we answer that wake-up call, what I was just saying about increasing your abundance, it's going to rapidly increase your manifestation abilities, when we can let go and answer the wake-up call, liberate ourselves, just allow our inner light to shine without fear, without shame. I'm getting this idea of this like subconscious self-sabotage of perceiving people's actions, words, or beliefs in a different manner than they do, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. The introspection makes a lot of sense. Oh, wow, okay. I mean, there have been some very powerful messages for people for the month of September. Like I said, I really feel like that Pisces full moon was that final push for that judgment energy. And September is us, you know, turning from Capricorn paradigm to judgment paradigm. So your overall energy for the month of September is the Hermit card. Now, the Hermit is ruled by Virgo. So again, this introspection is very important for this Virgo season. And what I mentioned too, at the middle of the month, end of the month, how things will be picking up and shifting. So once we're leaving Virgo season and heading into Libra season, that's when we've really solidified the choice we're going to make. So the Hermit's really asking you to go within, take this time with the retrogrades to contemplate how you show up for relationships, your relationship history. Now this, again, it's not just, you know, intimate relationships, it's your relationship with yourself, okay? And how you perceive yourself and how others perceive you. And then, I mean, even making a list of your past relationships, intimate relationships, family relationships, work relationships, and seeing if there's any patterns that need to be cleared from within us. What I love here too is the Knight of Coins is really asking you to feel the optimism of this, I guess, and have patience. But this is for really speedy, forward moving. Again, another card that's connected to Virgo. So I really feel like this is really important for Virgo season, that you don't hold back, you be completely engaged in your relationships. I feel like there's something too, like within you, that has you kind of second guess your thoughts, your words, your actions when it comes to how we show up for our relationships. Now, this is what's really cool, is the Ace of Coins in this position is saying that you have all of the, like everything is in its right place to really work through this last residual emotional ties to outdated belief systems, outdated means of communication, outdated ways that we show up for our relationships. But as I mentioned, that what I said with, if we can tackle this when things start to speed up mid-month, end of the month, your manifestation abilities are going to increase dramatically. And the Ace of Coins in this position is really resonating that. So please, like, get started, okay? And this is really also indicating opportunities coming your way. So like the more you do this work, the more you go with inside and, you know, work with your shadow side, really reflect on past relationships and the patterns of those past relationships, how we communicate, how we show up. You're gonna notice in your environment how the universe is conspiring to bring that high vibration energy into your life. Now, I don't remember what sign got this in this position, but another sign did. And the Seven of Wands in this position is saying that you need to stop, lessen the amount you choose to stand your ground on certain issues or in certain conversations you have. Now this, again, it can be conversations with yourself too. So a lot of this is really looking inside, and not only how you show up with relationships with others, but your relationship with yourself. But the Seven of Wands is really, I feel like the Seven of Wands too is connected to that Jupiter retrograde that's happening. So look up what sign rules Jupiter in your chart, and then take a look at how a retrograde in that sign affects your life, okay? But this is really saying that we need to rethink our beliefs, why we believe them, why we feel the need to stand our ground with certain issues, and why we feel that we need to assert ourselves in a certain manner, okay? It's really asking you to let go of certain belief systems, actions, words that no longer serve us. But again, remember, we're all going through this journey. We're all transforming something. This is interesting too. So Justice in this position is saying that, you know, that balance, that fairness, that equality in our relationships it's in our hands, okay? And so this is, again, connected to Libra. So we want to have these things worked out before Libra season, or at least be on the path, because when that rapid energy starts increasing mid-month, end of the month, that's also going to increase all of the work we're putting into whatever we're putting into. And so hopefully you're putting it into this new perspective, if you will. But Justice too is reminding you that you're in control of finding a way to bring your life into balance. You're in control of finding a way to bring balance into your relationships, into your work life, personal life. You're in control of finding the clarity you're looking for, okay? And taking responsibility for your words, your actions, and all that jazz. So the Seven of Swords, what I find interesting about this is because it is ruled by Aquarius. And the Seven of Swords indicates betrayal, chaos, hidden motives. And so because it's ruled by Aquarius, I really feel like this is indicating that you need to accept past actions, okay? So if there was something in relation to what you did that you need to really think about how you react when you're betrayed. And if that betrayal was felt by somebody else, we need to approach it from the other perspective. This is really about just identifying other people's perspectives, okay? Like I've been saying this message to you all summer. We don't have to agree with other people to accept their point of view, all right? We need to embrace contrast more collectively. But we also need to have boundaries, okay? So if this energy is you, we really need to rethink, well, how have I done this in the past? What triggers me when this happens in the past? So at the end of the month, you have the Two of Swords as the outcome for the end of September. Now, I know that this decision this is really indicating that this decision on how you show up in relationships, how you communicate, how you express yourself, you're going to have a very important choice to make. And look at how it's pointing. Capricorn got this same card with two choices beneath it the other week. You can either continue with this pattern, or you can bring this justice, equality, clarity, accept the responsibility for your words and actions, and then continue to manifest this, right? But the choice is yours. So again, Aquarius, the choice is always yours. And this, I mean, you're connected to communication as your sign. And so you really have to be mindful. Again, retrogrades, slow down. Really think about how you show up, okay? And compromise. The Two of Swords really indicates compromise too. We really need to work on that because we have visions and we're so passionate about it. And compromising isn't saying that you have to compromise your dreams, okay? Because we just need to, when we navigate our relationships differently, we open up to more harmonious relationships entering into our lives. And that also involves boundaries, right? But if we keep repeating the same patterns, we're going to get the same results. What I love too is because you start the month with the Hermit and you end with the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is making a decision on how we are going to move forward from this introspection, from connecting to our source, from connecting to our light, our higher power. Ask your spirit guides for help too if you need help in navigating how you can release this energy. So next I'm going to pull a past life card. Now this past life, if your parents, can be before you had kids. If you are recently in a relationship, it can be your life when you were single. It can be from your childhood or an actual past life. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull a past life card that is going to illuminate how we can connect to the source that's causing disruptions in our relationships and how we can move forward with that. All right, well, that was quicker than I expected. Interesting. All right, so, wow, I feel like you might have gotten this a few months ago. If you can comment too and let me know, because I'm pretty sure Aquarius got this. Anyway, so past life energy is related to father energy. And like I always mention, I like reading directly from the book because the information is pretty dense. All right, so it says, this card indicates that your father in this life was in your life in prior lifetimes. Any issues you've had with your father likely began long ago. Look at the cards that you draw prior to and after this card, as they will yield clues about the previous lives that you shared. He may not have been your father in those lives, though, as souls continue to reincarnate together in different roles. To break any negative patterns with your father's soul, be willing to release old anger and unforgiveness. This can be conscious or unconscious emotional energy stored in your psyche. Just your willingness to clear toxic relationship energy is enough to initiate the healing process. Remember that forgiveness doesn't mean that you approve of this person's actions. It simply means that you're no longer willing to carry around anger energy. By releasing the past, you subsequently heal your present and future. If you totally forgive your father and yourself, you no longer have to reincarnate with that soul unless you choose to. You retain only the lessons, growth, and love you shared. As an added benefit, the healing work that you do with your father helps all of the relationships you have with men in general. So this whole idea, these triggers, the way we show up in relationships is connected to this past life energy, okay? And like I said, this can be this life in our childhood, a different era of our life, or an actual past life, depending on your relationship with a father figure. So the more we can work with past life regression work, and especially if you can find one connected to this type of energy, it's going to really illuminate the issues and work through it. And again, it's what I said too about compromise. Like, it doesn't mean you have to agree with people. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you have to pretend like everything's okay with the actions of a father figure in your life, or to you if you're the father figure. But what it is it's understanding lessons, working through them, and then rising above, because we're all meant to live our lives shining that inner light that we've had since childhood. Very interesting. And again, that was all about relationships and how we show up for relationships. So now let's see what empowering question is going to help Aquarius work through this residual energy and help guide them to make a decision at the end of the month. I'm really getting like middle of the month too. Like, you're really going to feel this encroaching when Libra season begins, but then by the end of the month, it's going to be really a lot more illuminated. Also pay attention to the full moon this month and see what house that affects in your chart. I try to link Pam Gregory's astrology too for you, Aquarius, in the description of every video. All right, Aquarius, what's going to help Aquarius work through this residual past life energy, allowing them to have more harmonious, fair, balanced relationships? Okay, we're definitely not taking all these cards. All right, just first one here. I love it too because these colors are really Aquarian. What is the most important thing for me in this moment? What is the most important thing for me in this moment? So this is really going to help you align with your beliefs. What is important to you? Why is it important to you? This is really going to be wonderful for this inner introspection, okay? So next, let's pull a crystal card that's going to help you work with this energy, clear any residual past life energy that is allowing those themes to come in, and help guide you in your decision at the end of the month, okay? All right, Aquarian crystal card for September 2023 Aquarian crystal card for September 2023. But yeah, I mean, relationships being the main thing here. You've got this, okay? All right, so the crystal energy you are meant to embrace, which I believe, given the color theme, is really connected to this justice and needing to accept that you have the responsibility and to balance this in your life, balance your relationships, is lodestone. Lodestone is earth embrace. So I'm really getting the message that when we're working through this, we really need to be grounded, okay? We really need to allow ourselves to feel the earth. So if you are doing some past life regression work, if you're meditating, if you're just simply writing down your history of relationships, do it surrounded in nature. If you can take your shoes off and put your shoes in the grass or in the sand or in even water would be really great because, you know, water connected to your emotions. But really try and connect as much as you can to earth energy, especially because Virgo is earth, okay? Really powerful to connect to the earth and make sure that you stay grounded while you're doing this work. So now we're going to pull one last clarifying card. This clarifying card is going to give an overall message to really drive home the work that we're doing in September. And again, I want you to be excited about this, Aquarius, okay? I don't want you to feel like this is, I don't want you to feel like this is negative because, again, like the Wheel of Fortune is your clarifying card. Luck is on your side, all right? The universe has your back. The universe just wants you to accept that these lessons are a part of life, all right? So I keep referencing Joseph Campbell, but Aquarius, you have to be the hero of your own journey. See how going through all of this is helping build your resilience, helping build your strength in your relationships and how you show up. And then, which in turn opens up all of these doors for abundance and manifesting, okay? So I really hope that you take this to heart and look at, you're right there. Also too, if you have a Taurus, a Scorpio, or a Leo in your life, and this resonates to specifically one of those signs, definitely pay attention to that. But we want to be up here, right? The wheel's going to turn, and it's turning in your favor. Let's just go inside and unlock those answers that we're looking for. And again, by the end of the month, you're going to be so pleasantly, I don't even want to say surprised, because when you're doing the work, you don't need to be surprised. You're just going to be reaffirmed. So I hope you enjoyed your reading, Aquarius. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and share with other people that you think this reading might resonate with. Also, too, please subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot so you get notifications of when new videos pop up. And also, don't forget to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a more in-depth look at the month ahead. And if there's a specific planet that we need some clarity on. So for you with this reading, I would definitely look at your Mercury and your Venus, see what sign rules those planets in your chart, and then take a look at those corresponding videos. But have a wonderful clearing month, Aquarius.